Harrell Ranch, a 5th generation Texas cattle operation. Our ranch offers several unique aspects to it, one of which is that we are located on the edge of the Palo Duro Canyon, the 2nd largest canyon in North America. This canyon is more than just a pretty view. For us, it's home. However, this ranch on the edge of this canyon is not only home for us, but it's home for our Black Angus cattle herd. This herd is our livelihood. It's how we make our legacy here on the ranch. This is why we are 5 generations deep. We don't just raise cattle to raise them. We raise cattle to make the best product that we possibly can. And we do this all with providing the best care that these animals deserve. And it's not easy to do it. The only way is with rough hands and gentle hearts. But the part with rough hands doesn't start here with growing cattle. No, it starts way before that, probably further back than you think. Way back when we get our hands in the dirt. If there's one thing that cattle need to do, it's eat. And in our toolbox, there's one thing that helps us do this. Hay. Lots and lots of hay. And my favorite part of haying is baling. And it starts here, a simple tractor hooked up to a baler. In my opinion, this is one of the most fun operations. Whether you're making a round bale for winter time to roll out for big herds and groups of large cattle, or what this video is mainly about, square bales, made to be able to maneuver with ease. We use them in the fall time when we're weaning our cattle. These incredible technological innovations let us do our job with ease, and they are truly marvels to behold. Without them, not only would baling not be easy, but weaning, these massive operations we have to do to get our cattle from milk to hay, would also be incredibly more difficult. Let's get our butts to the troughs and get to enjoy this week's video with Aaron, Faith, Helen, Connor, and Sam as we all embark on a journey. I hope you enjoy this video as you're given a little insight to our ranch and what it's like for us to work day to day. If you enjoy this, make sure that you subscribe and give us a thumbs up. It's an easy way to support our ranch. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, so we're up here, we're at the tractor, we're going to do some baling, and I was checking out this hay out here, and noticed that some of it's kind of wet. There's a little pile of it here, and I mean, this is definitely wet. One thing we can kind of do is do a twist test. So we can kind of take this and see how it doesn't break apart. Versus if we grab some dry hay and we can twist it apart. We're gonna start the tractor up and we're gonna run a round bale. And there's a moisture sensor in that baler right there. And we're going to just see what the moisture content. I do not think that it's going to be low enough for us to bale, but we can check it out anyways. Gotta say, it is a beautiful morning out here, and the cattle are out, and I ran a drone and got some good footage, so at least today is not completely a waste depending on what happens. Let's go start the tractor, get things rolling here, and see what happens. Start to sucker up. Oh, you know, one thing I forgot to do that we got to make sure it happens. Anytime we start this tractor up, we were having some battery issues. Something was drawing power from somewhere. So we put on this kill switch right here. Just got to turn that on. Which, trust me, when your tractor is running out of battery all the time, that is a nice thing to have on there. It is a lot more fun to just turn a switch than it is to jump your tractor every single time you try to start work. It's the simple things in life that are really enjoyable, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we're gonna start it up, get the fuel pumps running, get everything warmed up a little bit. But yeah, my wife and I, our kitchen sink went down the other day, and I didn't have a long enough snake to get to the clog. We were out of commission for about 24 hours or so. When we got that thing up and running again, you're like, I never knew I enjoyed my kitchen sink so much. Sometimes it's when things break that you realize how much you really enjoy those things. Almost guarantee you that this is going to need some ether to get started here, but let's give it a go and see what happens. Hey! That's awesome. That has not happened for me in quite a while. This thing starts up and our arm's gonna go up. Oh yeah. So we got these arms right here. Alright. So we are in business and we can go grab some bales. Let's go see what the moisture on those bales looks like. Drop the rake though here. Get that PTO up and running. Get her up to speed here. And we're just gonna run in first gear. Super bright, super hard to see. So here we go, let's see what happens. No moisture reading yet. We're gonna get one here in a second though, I bet. My guess, 30+% moisture. But Sam did want me to see what it was like before I decided to call it a day. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's actually pretty good moisture. We'll have to see. Okay, we got a 30-inch bale now. Along. Here's our computer. You can kind of see those meters. We're trying to balance them. That tells us where our bale is being made. So if one's too high, that means our bale is lopsided. There we go. Now we're getting a reading. 15%. I'm pretty surprised with that reading. I thought it was going to be at least 20. Doesn't really mean anything quite yet. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Coming up on the end of that bale, it's about 62 inches, and we're shooting for 67. A little bit of a lopsided bale. Oh well. There's only so much you can really do about that. Oh, actually, look at that. It evened out pretty good there. So we'll just let it wrap. Trying to see that gate going up. Dump that bale. Close her up. Alright, well, you know what? Let's run back and maybe we're going to be baling today. Alright, so we actually made some good bales. I was wrong. The moisture's not too bad. I think there is some bad spots of moisture, but we're going to keep rolling. And Sam's gonna come up here, and I think we're actually gonna make some square bales, some mini square bales for our cattle weaning. I've never done square bales before, so I'm excited to learn how to do that. I'll catch you guys and tune you in for that.
And just like that, we were off to the races. Sam and I were making square bales in a hurry. As Sam was teaching me how to make square bales so that I could go do it on my own, we launched into a pretty interesting conversation. So we're about to pick up at a part where we're talking about, hey, what do we do when it comes time to replace this baler?
If you ever decide to replace this, get the new model of whatever this is.
Yeah. The BC 5070.
Yeah, or whatever the new model is.
Yeah. The 5080.
Compared to the one that I had that was 40 years old, I could hardly make a pass without having to replace the shear pin. And I had a lot of work done on it and did a lot of work on it.
It's nice when things work.
And there's nothing like screwing it up at 5 o'clock in the morning and having to work on the damn thing back there in the dark.
See some of these bales we made. Sam and I have been talking about getting the right, pretty much density on them, or how compact they are.
It's like baling feathers if it's too dry. You just can't pack them. Where if it's got a little bit of moisture, it packs real well. Just like putting dirt in a post hole. If it's dry, it's very difficult to pack, but with a little moisture, it packs easily. But if it's got too much moisture, it tears everything up because it packs too much. So it's a real fine line, and if it's too wet, you'll burn your barn down because it has spontaneous combustion. You really have to pay attention when you're putting up square bales, or you're going to have troubles.
So as you can tell, making square bales can be pretty important, and you have to be quite cautious. Now, Sam and I, over the next 2 days, were able to make quite a large amount of square bales. And as you can tell, we still have one particular problem. They're just laying out there in the field. So now we got to figure out how we get them back to the barn. And it's pretty cool. So the first part is called accumulating, and you can see this crazy contraption that's on the front of the skid steer. This process quickly enables us to pick up square bales by putting them into piles together. I'm sorry I couldn't share the audio on this clip, but Amarillo is one of the windiest cities in America, and trust me, you didn't want to hear it. But then we have another task. We have to get those piles from the fields to the barns. And we do that by using this other crazy contraption called our grappler. And we grab the bales 10 at a time and take them over to the trailer. And once they're loaded up, we can throw a couple straps on and haul them down to the barns close to where we're weaning. And we can hop down there and check out unloading. Thank goodness the audio is good.
Now we're gonna kind of take a look at him unloading and putting it here into the barn, and you can see that grapple. That actually all works really from one hydraulic piston, and it actually controls all those arms on a lever. Yep, saving our backs. So we love that technology. Anyways, check out Sam doing it here a little bit. Oh, he missed a couple in there.
And as we finish watching Sam mess up, no, I'm just joking. He actually does a really great job. Just didn't get much guidance from us on that one. But as we finish watching him unload these bales, we're about to jump into the next day, which is some weaning, and we're going to get to see what we do with all these square bales.
Okay, so this is the main part of today that I wanted to show you guys. So you see all these square bales? Well, we're about to load them all up onto this trailer. Faith's gonna do it all by herself with none of my help. No, just joking. I'm gonna get up there and help her. So we take in all this hay, these bunks. We kind of saw this in the video 2 weeks ago, but just want to show you field to the mouths, yearlings here. So Aaron said we're just flaking it. That means we don't need to fluff it up like we did last time. We can just kind of leave it in these little square chunks. If you want to see us flaking it, go watch a video from about 2 weeks ago. And you know why we make square bales? It's because cows need a square meal every day. And that's the difference between round bales and square bales.
Here's the end result of all our hard work. Butts at the troughs. These cattle are being weaned, so we have to slowly kind of coax them up to that hay. They're learning really how to eat grass for the first time as they're moving from their mama's milk to the plentiful grass that we have on our ranch. In the long run, the baling process will feed hundreds of weaning cattle.
Well, I was out here making some round bales. We had finished up those square bales, and honestly I looked over, I don't know if you can see way out there, but that direction, it looked like there was just like dust blowing.
And all of a sudden, I realized, oh crap, it's raining. I had a 30-inch bale in the baler. It's like there might be more rain out in the distance. Yeah, no, but it was a good day. I mean, we made at least 50 ground bales. If you don't know, my name is Connor, and I'm originally from Pennsylvania. And I ended up on this crazy Texas ranch because of my wife, Helen, and we had met in actually Colorado. We were working for the same ski resort. And that was my lifestyle before here, enjoying the mountains and everything. And then when we got married, we ended up here on the edge of the Palo Duro Canyon. So when I came here, I didn't have any experience with farming or ranching or being a cowboy or any of that stuff. Farming is really cool. I really, gosh, it's made me more of a man. It's made me more patient. You have to be patient with farming. And even though, like, think about it, in Colorado, I spent a lot of time outside. I was pretty in tune with, you know, I guess the hippie way of saying it, in tune with nature. But I was in tune with the elements. I was in tune with the weather. Always mountain biking, skiing, and hiking. You kind of have to be outside a lot. But farming is similar, but it's a whole different ballgame. And when your livelihood deals with the actual crop that you're growing, and that actually feeds animals and feeds people, and you're part of this more intricate system, it's brought me even more in tune with elements, with nature, with the weather, with the world around me. I've been listening to a couple different things in this tractor. I've been listening to some stuff on leadership, which is really cool. And I've also been listening to a book by Frank Turek, which is called I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. The book is filled with great points. And the evidence of God is all around us. And being a farmer, you see it even more. You see how fragile and delicate this world is. And that there has to be an intelligent creator. We call it the anthropologic system, I believe is what Frank was calling it. How all the conditions need to be right for life to exist, and that points to an intelligent creator. I love farming. It's amazing how I think it brings me closer to my creator. I don't think farming's the only way to get closer to your creator. You know, don't feel discouraged. If you are working on a ski mountain or something else, you can really get connected with Jesus and connected with your God. Man, anyways, that's my little spiel. This is the end of baling, square bales and round bales. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, for watching this channel. If you made it this far, there's no reason not to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. So long.